Good afternoon class. Today we discuss our next topic fruits and its type of the chapter 3rd plant life of your biology book. So now we start first of all its introduction. Introduction of fruits. A fruit is a mature and ripened ovary developed from the completion of two processes, pollination and fertilization. The main function of fruits are to protect the seeds until they ripen and to attract fruits eating animals. Now we discuss about the parts of fruits: epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. Fruits has two parts, pericarp and seeds. The pericarps develop from the valve of the ovary and it's divided into three parts: epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. Now we first discuss about the epicarp. Epicarp is the outer thin and leathery part which form the tough outer skin of the fruits. Initially it is green in color, but when ripened it becomes colored other than green. Now next one is mesocarp. Mesocarp is the sweet, fleshy and edible part of the fruits. It is the edible parts of the fruits. Now next one is endocarp. Endocarp is the inner hard and woody part of the fruits that usually contains seeds. Now we discuss about the types of fruits. The fruits are divided on three parts on the basis of pericarp, on the basis of ovary and on the basis of development or its formation. On the basis of pericarp, it is of two types, dry fruits and fleshy fruits. On the basis of ovary, they are of three types: simple fruits, aggregate fruits and multiple fruits. Now on the basis of its development or its formation, it is of two types, true fruits and false fruits. Now we first discuss about what is dry fruits. What do you understand by dry fruits? When the pericarp of a fruits is dry. When the pericarp of fruits is dry, it is known as dry fruits. All the nuts are the example of dry fruits. All the nuts are the examples of dry fruits. Now we discuss about fleshy fruits. When the entire pericarp or its parts become juicy and fleshy on the ripening, the fruits is called fleshy fruits. Again I repeated, when its entire parts of pericarp become juicy and fleshy on ripening, it is called fleshy fruits. Now the example of fleshy fruits is mango, banana and papaya. Mango, banana and papaya are the example of fleshy fruits. Now we discuss about true fruits. A true fruits is developed from a mature and ripened ovary. A true fruits is developed from a mature and ripened ovary. Now the example of true fruits is mango and cherry. Next one is false fruits. What do you understand by false fruits? Some fruits develop not only from the ovary but also from the other parts of the flower. As well. This type of fruits are called false fruits. Apple is an example of false fruit. Apple is an example of false fruits because it does not develop from a flower. It does not develop from flower but develops from the thalamus, a part on which the flower grows. Thalamus, which is a part on which the flower grows. Now we discuss simple fruits. Those type of fruits which develop from the single ovary, develops from only a single ovary, are called simple fruit. For example, cherry, mango, pear, apple, tomato, etc. What do you understand by aggregate fruits? Aggregate fruits are those type of fruits which develop from a single flower which has many ovaries, but which has many ovaries. For example, strawberry and blackberry. Strawberry and blackberry are the example of aggregate fruits. Now what do you understand by multiple fruits? Multiple fruits are those type of fruits which develop from a cluster of separate flowers born on a single structure. For example, pineapple and fig. Now we discuss about a function of fruits. The important function of fruits, it's used to protect the seeds from extreme environmental condition. It stores food materials. It attracts birds and animals for the dispersal of seeds. To faraway places where it's suitable climate condition, these seeds grow into the new plants. These seeds helps to grow into a new plants. Thank you, class.